was deafening. Maya stood perfectly still, her face a mask of polite indifference that would have made her mother proud. She scanned the crowd, noting the varying degrees of shock, curiosity, and calculation on the faces before her. Then, from somewhere behind her, came the sound of breaking glass. Maya turned to see a young woman standing in the doorway, a shattered champagne flute at her feet. She was everything Maya was not, tall, willowy, dressed in designer clothes that probably cost more than Maya's yearly salary, but they shared the same high cheekbones, the same straight black hair. Elizabeth Chen Williams had arrived home early from Europe. "What?" Elizabeth said, her voice carrying clearly across the silent room. "The actual fuck?" The crowd's reaction was immediate, a wave of scandalized murmurs and nervous titters. James stepped forward, his composure cracking slightly. "Elizabeth, darling, you weren't supposed to be back until you'd figured out how to explain that you've been hiding a secret daughter for almost 3 decades?" Elizabeth's laugh was sharp enough to cut. "Surprise, Daddy. I took an earlier flight." Maya watched the scene unfold with a detachment that surprised her. Here was the sister she'd discovered through late-night Google searches, the girl who'd grown up with everything Maya had been denied. Yet looking at Elizabeth's face, flushed with anger and betrayal, Maya saw something familiar, the pain of a father's lies. "Perhaps," came a new voice, smooth as aged whiskey, "we should take this discussion somewhere more private." A distinguished-looking man in his 70s had appeared at James's elbow. Maya recognized him from her research. Richard Williams III, Caroline's father, the family patriarch. His smile was pleasant, but his eyes were sharp as he surveyed the gathered crowd. "Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the buffet. The family needs a moment." The way he said family made Maya want to laugh. Instead, she followed as Richard led them through the house to what appeared to be a study, though calling it that seemed inadequate. It was a room that breathed old money, from the leather-bound books lining the walls to the oil paintings of stern-faced ancestors. "Sit," Richard commanded, and to Maya's surprise, everyone obeyed, even Elizabeth, who threw herself into an armchair with deliberate gracelessness. "Now then, this isn't quite how we planned this evening, but perhaps that's for the best. No more secrets. Isn't that what Caroline wanted, James?" James Chen Williams, titan of finance and pillar of Boston society, seemed to shrink